George hops on his white steed, and he rides to the lake, where he sees a huge mountain with a cave at the bottom. Stench of sulfur, it's wafting from it. And so, he shouts at the top of his lungs into the cave and says, "Come out, dragon! I challenge you to a fight!" And so, all of a sudden, the mountain moves, and massive dragon looks down at George and says, "Sir Knight, I accept your challenge, but why the fuck are you shouting up my arse?" I love that, sir. Up his arse.
Sir, you have to come with me quickly. The surgeon too.
Can't you see we're in the middle of serious debate?
No, please, come quickly, before it's too late.
What's going on?
This is Chatan. He leads the Cumans.
He has been stabbed. Tuts bezeni. Kitchen outdoors.
Who did it?
We will not get anything out of him in this state. We must get him to the infirmary before he bleeds to death.
Someone, please explain to me what the fuck is going on here.
They said they just found him like this.
These two, they were on guard in the tower, and out of the blue they heard a scream.
When his men find out about this, we'll be lucky to not end up in the same position as him.
We've got to move him quickly. He's in plain sight here.
Quick, before it's too late.
I'll help you with him.
You two, go to the gate. Don't let anyone in. You got it?
What are your orders, Lord of Burmlaka?
What do you think? Catch the bastard who did it!
Well, that never would have occurred to me. We're lucky to have you here.
Don't make me mad. If your men had done their sentry duty properly, we could have spared ourselves this fuck-up.
I'll deal with Aldebert and Radovan, don't you worry. But now we have to do something.
All right. You search this place, and I'll go to see Chertan in the infirmary.
Right now? What good can you do there? Be better if you help me here.
Do what I said, and don't concern yourself with me. I'll go where I want, when I want.
Fine. Go to hell for all I care. So, Henry, Chertan's at death's door. Musa is up to his elbows in his guts. Grosov won't do a fucking thing. And I'm pissed out of my head. I'd like to hear any suggestions.
Well, the most important thing is to keep this hushed up. Things will really go to shit if anyone finds out.
It's true. Doesn't take much to get that Cuman rabble's blood up. I don't want to end up in a goulash. We're gonna have to sort this out. Being a commander here is a right pain in the arse. Soldiering was different in my day. Nobody would have dared stab an officer right in the camp. Kurva! You know what, soldier? I'm gonna go and take care of something in my tent for a while. And you take a torch and search this place.
All right. Go and get some rest, and I'll take a look around.
What do you fucking mean, rest? I'm going to have a think. Fucking and drinking until we're all slow.
And lo and behold, where might this trail of blood lead to? Catherine was right. I'll never get such a massive cannon out of here. I have to get cats to move it out of the camp somehow. And the lock looks scratched. Maybe someone tried to get inside without a key. Was someone trying to steal something? Or perhaps I'm not the only one who's looking to make mischief here. Right.
Did you find...
I noticed that the powder store is unlocked. That can't be deliberate, can it?
No, it fucking can't. Unless Shirtan wanted to spice up his porridge in the middle of the night, it looks like there's a thief about again.
Again?
It's already happened once or twice that someone went to steal powder. That's why we had it moved up here. Maybe Shirtan disturbed the thief on the job and he started waving a dagger around.
But why would anyone steal black powder?
How about because it's fucking expensive? You'd be surprised who'd happily take it off your hands. In Corinthia, I met this bloke who used black powder to blow up cliffs. You make a hole, pour in the powder, cover it up again, and set fire to it. He did pretty well for himself, but in the end a flying rock tore his head off. But this isn't the time or place for that. Let's go to the infirmary instead and take a look at Shirtan. Maybe Musa's already finished with him.
Where the fuck have you been all this time? While you lot have been playing with cocks up there, Chertan croaked.
What? Musa couldn't save him?
That fucking sawbone of yours finished him off, more like. He took one of his pagan potions and...
Can someone explain what the fuck happened here?
Chetan's dead. Not from his wounds. He was poisoned. Sir Grozav is right about that. But he could not be more wrong about the rest.
How dare you, you foreign dog!
Calm down, sir. Go on, Musa.
When Chetan was brought here, he was bleeding heavily, and his wounds needed stitching. But he survived. Then I gave him some wine to prepare him for treatment. That is the usual procedure. But what was not usual was that he started vomiting blood. And then he died.
I'd bet it was the wine that killed him. There's lots of poisons you could add to it, and nobody would notice. Well, until it's too late, of course.
You are probably right, my friend.
How come you even have wine here? You keep saying you're not allowed to drink.
As I said, I give it to wounded men to ease their pain and for certain complaints. At the right dose, it can be very beneficial. It is not all that common in my country, but I follow the teachings of the great scholar Ibn Sina. You Christians know him as Avicenna. I tried other alcohol as well, but drinking mead makes my patients worse. And if I give them beer, they almost always shit themselves.
That's enough. Keep an eye on this fiend till I bring the guards.
Wait, sir. I have no idea what happened here, but Musa is definitely innocent. Chertan was stabbed first, wasn't he? And Musa was with me in my tent when that happened.
So, he's in league with someone else.
With one of the half-wits here? I doubt that.
Are you sure you're not trying to cover for him?
I beg your pardon.
Don't try that on me. I know very well you and that foreigner are best pals.
I will happily take an oath. I may not be a nobleman like you, but that doesn't mean I don't have my honor.
There's no way Musa is to blame. Even if he wanted to kill Chertan, he must have known that suspicion would fall on him first.
The lad's right.
Might I say a word about this matter?
You can be glad you're not in irons.
Please, sir, give me some time, and I will bring to you the real murderer. We won't leave this place until we clear this up. You have my word.
So I'm supposed to let a murderer go and put up with you in my camp meanwhile. Are you yanking my pizzle?
But, sir...
Silence! Musa will remain under guard in his tent. He will not speak to anyone until the royal justiciar arrives from Sedlets. He'll deal with him. And my advice to you two is to sit on your asses and twiddle your thumbs. If word gets out that Chertan's been done in, things will get pretty hot around here for all of us.
Where do you think you're going, Henry? Stay here and talk. What do you say to all this?
Well, sir,
I'm glad we... That's what I'd like to... We have to find the real murderers.
what is this royal justice?
He's a crown official who... Sigismund may not have appointed one yet, and if that's true, and Gorzov brings him here...
Who is this?
A real big cheese, lad. He owns... You don't get that kind of wealth by being kind.
You really don't have any idea what to do.
How could I?
But Grozov has it.
And there's no way I can get to him, but you...
Me?
Who else? I need help. Someone I can... You have to get rid of the guard somehow, and get...
Well, I know one of the bathhouse wenches.
That's not a bad idea. If you can talk her, off you go then.
How much time do we have for this?
2 days at most, I'd say. And Henry.
God be with you. Keep the peace. We'll stay friends.
Careful!
We have to talk.
I hope it's important.
Oh, you bet it's important.
All right. You're not involved in
No.
that old sod.
There's something...
Oh, what a
There's a guard posted...
that I could use my... So you rid me of one pig just to lumber me.
I wouldn't ask.
All right, then. I'll try. I hope he won't.
Stop, you bastard!
But I'm Musa's...
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, but nobody...
Henry?
Not to hell.
I truly obtinge sire.
What?
It is a proverb from my country. It means the road to...
Well, we'll straighten them all out. Don't worry. What happened when...
I already told you everything. We laid him on the table. Crow went his own way and I started... Then I gave him some wine to drink. Soon after...
And what happened next?
Then the noble lord of Borum...
Did Cheriton say anything?
He tried to, but my Hungarian...
What about that?
Lord Grozav poured it away in anger before you arrived. So
He poured it away? When it could...
evidence that here in Bohemia you will drink even vinegar. It's perhaps it was a little...
Where was the one?
A bathhouse maid brought it to me along with my clean laundry. A very pretty girl. Black hair. Catherine, I think she's called.
Catherine?
Absolutely. But I doubt that she was mixed up in this. Chertan was not the first person I gave. The wine must have been poisoned.
All right.
I have done some thinking about that. The best thing would be to investigate the poison. Every poison has different effects. If we discover what poison was used on Chertan...
How can we identify the poison, then?
That is not hard. I examine the dead body, I find the symptoms of the poison, and I compare them with known effects of poisons. That is...
And could I help? I may not be as learned as you.
Excellent, my friend. The first thing to do is to go to Chetan's corpse. And you must remember everything. In the infirmary, you'll find a chest. Take from it my almanac of poison. You can read, I hope.
Aye.
Excellent. The chest is locked. But I...
Right. Who do you think killed Cheriton?
I have no idea. Who do you think?
I heard...
I have heard the same.
Well?
I think it must be some... And I would bet that it would. And because it cannot be you, me, or Cat, someone should...
Well...
I am very grateful.
What if we forgot about finding... You'd be long gone, but...
Thank you for the... And even if I did get away by some miracle...
Was it you who found Cheriton?
Aye. Me?
I need to ask you a couple of...
I don't know nothing.
What did you do when you found Cheriton?
It all happened so fast. Before we could come to our senses and decide what to do, Crow turned up.
Crow?
Aye. He heard the racket and came to see what was going on. And I'll tell you, when he saw Cherton, he went as pale as a ghost. If it wasn't for him, Cherton would have bled to death there.
You really didn't see anything? You're standing there on the tower, and you don't hear a man getting murdered? That's a bit odd, isn't it?
Are you deaf? I told you we didn't notice nothing.
No, I believe you. But that only tells me you weren't taking your guard duty as serious...
Well,
What's possible?
it's possible we...
Oh, Christ.
No! We'd have noticed if anything happened there.
How did you find Chertan, actually?
We heard yelling, so we went to take a look, and there was Chertan, crawling in...
Before the murder, did you see anyone hanging around by the powder store? Doing something with the lock, maybe? Or already inside, even?
Nobody went up there the whole night. I'm telling you, we was watching like hawks.
There were two of you on guard duty.
Him. The best in the whole camp. Always happy to listen to what I have to say, and the things I've seen since... I'd never have dreamt of some of the things... I'm sorry.
All right, Holy Mary. He looks... I can't see anything strange here. No bruises or broken lips. I suppose the murderer surprised him. He coughed up some blood, all right. But he also... some poisons are so strong. He looks horribly rigid and contorted. He must have died in awful spasms. Nothing strange here except the stiffness and broken nails. Could he have dug his nails into the table? And what's this here? Something that looks like warts. But did the poison cause them? Completely rigid. Oh, Christ. I've heard it happens to the dead, but that much... Why would someone kill him in the most heavily guarded part of the camp? Several stab wounds in the belly. The murderer definitely knew. Almost everything is covered in blood. But there doesn't seem to have been much of a fight. I can't see anything ripped or sliced off. Whoever killed him doesn't... That'll have to do. He threw up on himself, he had spasms, he shat himself, warts or lesions on his hands, as red as a poppy. But that could be from drinking or lots of things. I mustn't forget anything.
You pooch. Wait, something's missing here. It's clear as day. Someone must have stolen it. Damn this job. I have to track him down. Damn this job. I have to track him down. This is hopeless. I give up.
Why me?
Right,
Christ be praised.
that's that.
Greetings to you, friend.
I should tell Musa what I've learned.
Praise God.
I read that book of yours.
What do you mean? Think fast.
The potion.
This name, but if you think, are you sure it was?
Absolutely.
All right. Now, we can only hope that the murderer...
But you said that the suspects are Grozav, Crow, and the two...
Wait a moment.
Of course.
First, you should know that I am grateful for what you are doing. Were it not for your investigation, even so, it is strange. For months, the people here have been sitting around doing nothing. Then suddenly, you turn up. You have done more in a few days than I...
That's a good thing, isn't it?
Of course it is. I'm only saying...
I don't know what you talk about. You think I'll suddenly say...
I was just hoping you would trust me enough. Who are you?
All right. I'll try.
I knew it! I could tell straight away that
You're pleased?
it was not my first choice.
How did you come...
That is a long story. I once served, although the Osmans are not that welcoming to my people. The Sultan at the time, but soon after, we found us, luckily, that is, luckily for me. And I managed to persuade the Sultan, I am sure you understand. But let us just say that King Sigismund didn't, instead of making me his counselor, and...
Well, you could go elsewhere if you don't like it here.
I am grateful to you, my friend. But I must refuse, because I am a total coward. I would be very happy to get away from here, and perhaps so I think it will...
You know nothing. I know nothing.
In this conversation...
I better go and search the tent.
Good luck.
For pain, exhaustion, fever, all healing remedies. I wouldn't mind a piece of that. Beautiful, but empty. No poison. There's nothing here. Musa's definitely not to blame.
I'm always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you.
How did you find...
I remember we heard someone yelling. So we ran down to the ammunition store, and there he was.
Have you noticed anyone...
There's always someone going in and out. But no strangers. In fact, everyone who has access came to the place where Churton was lying.
As far as I know, there were...
Him? God's teeth. He's the most annoying bloke I've ever met. Can't keep...
Anyone can be a bit of a twat sometimes.
But he out-twats them all. He never stops banging on about the most run-of-the-mill things. Like, he was living in a cave until now. I tried to tell him I'm not fucking interested. Between you and me, it's quite a relief that this business with Churton shut him up.
He's the camp commander, but it looks like a pauper lives here. I reckon Grozov's fallen on hard times. How could anyone drink all this? At least he hasn't had to sell his armor to buy booze yet. Grozov doesn't strike me as a keen reader. That's valerian, I believe. It helps relieve pain, but it's also used to make Dollmaker potion. But Chertan was poisoned with Kiss of Death. Or was he?
God be with you. Keep the peace.
The water smells of flowers of some kind. Like roses? Oak. And dry as a bone. Nails. Is Crow planning on building a cottage instead of a tent? But they're covered in some kind of dirt. Hold on. Nails, rosewater, oak bark. They're all used to brew Kiss of Death. Where the hell did a common soldier get so much money? Something stinks here. Well, I doubt that pair of drunks could have killed Chertan even if they wanted to. Just a broom. Nothing out of the ordinary. Ugh, stinks of vomit. I'd like to ask a couple of questions.
I have a couple of questions of my own. What actually happened? Kat said Chertan is dead and Musa's locked up.
It's even more complicated than that.
Go ahead and ask then, but quiet.
Where were you when...
Where do you think? In my tent. After I helped take him to the infirmary with Musa, I went...
You just went off to have a nap?
No. I doubled the guard, drew up the orders for tomorrow. When something like this happens...
It was you who came to tell us that Chertan had been stabbed, wasn't it? How did you get involved in the first place?
Me? I was close by, that's all. My tent is right below the palisade. And when the two guards found Chertan...
Hold on. The two guards, they said they found Chertan and were discussing what to do.
Is that what they said? And anyway, how am I supposed to remember all this?
Are you sure you don't want to tell me what really happened?
All right. You want the truth, so I'll tell you the truth. In fact, I really was up top. It's because I had to keep an eye on you.
Me?
You really don't know? You may have been given our colours, but it seems you're a decent fella. So...
Tell me more about the story.
What about it? As if it blew up. And if someone...
except...
Very droll. Never... Aye, but now I'll ask you...
I don't know who it was.
For all our sakes, I hope you're wrong. If...
Who has the key to the...
I don't know. Cats and Groz have for sure, but I've no idea if anyone else has a key. I'm too small fry for that.
I've been doing a lot...
What's that got to...
Well, it's just that I found a couple of interesting things in your tent.
No.
Calm down. If I wanted to snitch on you, I'd go straight to Kat's without...
Well, let's say you might have a point.
You know something about the murder.
Maybe a little. But...
Why would anyone...
Maybe it wasn't about Chertan. Maybe someone wanted to do something in the ammunition store. But Chertan turned up, so he had to kill him.
In the ammunition store?
Trying to
What?
It might make him very rich. Let's say Sigismund has a lot of enemies who are planning something big, and it'd come in very handy if someone gave the king a set. There's sure to be dozens of...
I should probably report you. I've got a much better idea. Let's say I'm not a great supporter of Sigismund. What if we were to help each other out?
That doesn't sound bad. Let me finish my work. We can put the blame for Chertan's murder on Grozav.
What, accusing an innocent man? But he'll be executed.
So?
But there's one condition. The storeroom doesn't blow up until we set off for Sedlets.
Ah, so that's why you're here. With a bit of luck, we'll be long gone when it... But first, we have to get rid of Gross. I have a poisonous plant here. Put it in the chest in his tent, and at the trial, we'll say he used it to poison Chertan.
That won't be necessary. I've been in his tent, and he already has a couple...
Really? Christ, there's more to him. Oh, and don't try...
Good day.
You can't say you weren't warned. You can't You'll pay up and show me whether you stole...
Still, it's crazy. Slicing people open. I wouldn't want to be stuck here for weeks.
Oh, you pooch.
Right.
My word. In the meantime,
Well then, gentlemen. I understood from your letter roughly what happened, and but before we get started, I have to say you've disappointed me, Sir Grosov. King Sigismund placed...
That's not true. I took a few tattered tents and turned them into a proper military camp. Everything here...
Only your soldiers seem to...
There are always problems, but as you...
Musa is... Christ, Henry, be quiet.
And who might you be?
that is Henry, sir. One of my best soldiers.
Let him speak then. Tell me.
Well, that's simple, sir. Musa was with me and Commander Katz at the time when Chertan was stabbed.
That doesn't prove anything.
Do you think I stabbed him?
Musa of Mali will remain silent.
Katz and the boy were drunk. Musa could easily have...
I find that hard to believe. But if it...
Chertan was killed by the camp commander.
What?
You scum!
Silence!
You aren't gonna let this peasant insult me, are you, sir? You should...
That can wait. First, I want to know how he came up with this insult. And start at the beginning.
Well, being...
What's more, they'd never take orders from... I hope you know something. What happened next?
Yes, sir. There, I gave him wine to drink.
It seems someone poisoned.
Grozov went to the infirmary a little before me and Katz. He could easily have had time...
What say you?
It cannot be ruled out.
Well, so...
Why are you all still listening to that dung grubber? Where would I get hold of poison?
You brewed it up yourself. I found lots of valerian in your tent, which is used to make Dollmaker potion. And that's exactly what was used to kill Chertan, sir.
That's enough. You'll die, you liar. Silence!
I've heard more than enough. Sir Grossoff,
Me?
the king will not...
But I didn't...
Don't make...
Keep away from me!
Calm now, sir.
Shut up, you worm! You're a dead man.
Well, Sir Stibor, one problem is cleared up, and another one takes its place.
I wouldn't say that. We've rid the king of one, and I apologize to you.
My head will remain on my shoulders. That is...
What will happen to the camp now?
That is not your concern. I will personally take command. You just get rid of the corpse.
With pleasure. We won't be staying.
As you command, sir.
Then I do.
Have I got time to stop by the baths?
All right, but hurry. I don't intend...
I'm sorry.
Is rotten. Hear what Master Jan Hus of Prague teaches us. Priests wallow in gold, while their falsehood and indulgence...
It's happening.
At last.
Tell Zizka everything.
I will. But be...
Good day to you.
And empty spaces where their hearts should be. They offer salvation to anyone who fills their coffers.
Excuse me.
Don't whistle here. Nobody wants to hear it.
All right.
The sooner the deserters. But really heavy, I can't imagine.
Well, maybe it won't be so.
Just he can't say it openly because the other nobles... Well, let's away.
So the devil jumps him from behind a tree. But Pa, who's already got his blood up, just grabs him by the horns, wrestles him to the ground, and then starts giving birth to such a hiding. The fur is flying off. Wait, fellas. After Pa was done with him, the devil... So he says... What the
I locked your ass up!
I'll kill you for that!
Help me! Come on! Bam! You caught him out sweetly!
afraid of anyone but God Almighty.
Bleeding like he's got big. I can't aim.
Sehr good.
No mercy!
Flank him!
This is vorbei.
Quick!
There.
What's the matter?
Oh, it just doesn't seem right.
Not people. Trust me. By the way,
He's called Crow. I wouldn't say he's our ally. He killed the Cuman's commander and blew up the ammunition
fucking hell, now that's a man. I like the sound of him a lot more than a lot who've settled into Devil's Den. Brabant has already brought up his promised reinforcement.
What are they like?
Well,
Yeah, they're soon
to the task.